Welcome to our special edition of NHK Newsline. I'm Yoshikawa Ryuichi in Tokyo. We will soon be bringing you live coverage of the closing ceremony for Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan. The Expo is ending after half a year in operation. Crown Prince and Princess Akishino, Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru, and other dignitaries are set to attend the ceremony. Large crowds lined up early Monday for the Expo's final day. Many of them say they have visited the event multiple times.
We've been here since 3:30 yesterday afternoon. It's our last chance.
I wish it could go on longer. I'm going to miss Myaku Myaku.
Yes, the mascot has become well-liked by many. The event launched in April under the theme Designing Future Society for Our Lives. A total of 158 countries and regions, as well as 7 international organizations, have been taking part. The closing ceremony begins just a few minutes from now. It will be held at the Expo site on the artificial island of Umeshima. Ticket sales were slow ahead of the event's opening 6 months ago. That fueled concerns that the Expo could end up in the red. But the number of ticketed visitors has topped 25 million. The organizer says there will likely be a surplus of up to about 28 billion yen, or roughly $185 million, thanks to high turnout and merchandise sales. The Expo concludes at 10 p.m. But ahead of that, as mentioned, there's the closing ceremony. There will be a variety of performances, speeches, and more. The closing ceremony will begin at 2 p.m. at the Expo site on the artificial island of Umeshima. The closing ceremony is about to begin. Let's head to the venue in Osaka. You're watching live footage of the Expo site right now. Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan will conclude at 10 p.m. tonight, Monday. We can see that the area is bustling even on the last day. The Japan Association for the 2025 World Exposition says the total number of general visitors with tickets topped 25 million.
May I have your attention, please? Their Imperial Highnesses, Crown Prince and Crown Princess Akishino, will be arriving soon. Please wait for them while remaining seated.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. Leurs Altesses impériales, le prince héritier,
It has just been announced that Crown Prince and Crown Princess Akishino will arrive shortly. Around 1,500 guests from the business and political circles, embassy officials, and others have been invited to the ceremony. Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru and Osaka Governor Yoshimura Hirofumi are among those who will be addressing the audience. Only people invited may attend the ceremony, but the site offers 2 public viewing spots for visitors. The closing ceremony will begin shortly. It is expected to run until a little after 3 p.m. The producer of the ceremony is Kohashi Kenji. He served as the show director of the closing ceremony for the Tokyo Paralympic Games held 4 years ago.
Their Imperial Highnesses, Crown Prince and Crown Princess Akishino, are now entering the venue.
Leurs Altesses impériales, le prince héritier et la princesse Akishino, font à présent leur entrée dans la salle.
Crown Prince Akishino is the honorary president of Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan. Last month, he visited with his son Prince Hisahito and saw exhibits including Bhutan's, a country they had previously visited. On October 6th, Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako visited the United Nations Pavilion and others. Members of the imperial family interacted with representatives of participating nations and regions on occasions such as the National Day, where their traditions and cultures were showcased. The ceremony starts now with a video program with the theme Countdown to the Futures.
ただいまより2025年日本国際博覧会の閉会式を開式いたします。はじめに公益社団法人2025年日本国際博覧会協会事務総長石毛博之より開式の辞を申し上げます。
I'm pleased to announce that the closing ceremony of the 2025 World Exposition will now begin. Firstly, Hiroyuki Ishige, Secretary General of the Japan Association for the 2025 World Exposition, will announce the beginning of the closing ceremony.
Nous déclarons à présent ouverte la cérémonie de clôture.
Secretary General Ishige Hiroyuki is the top administrative officer of the Japan Association for the 2025 World Exposition. He will greet the audience.
Secrétaire général de l'Association japonaise pour l'exposition universelle 2025.
Welcome everyone as we commence the closing ceremony of Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan.
「続きまして日本国国旗の掲揚並びに国歌の斉唱を行います。皆様ご起立ください。ご起立に支障のある方はご着席のままでお願いいたします。
Next, the flag of Japan will be raised while the national anthem is sung. Would you all please stand up? If it is difficult for you to stand up, you can, of course, remain seated.
Nous allons à présent assister à la levée du drapeau national du Japon, accompagné de l'exécution de l'hymne national. Nous vous demandons de vous lever pour ce moment solennel. Les personnes pour lesquelles ce serait difficile peuvent naturellement demeurer assises.
歌唱は大阪住吉少年少女合唱団の皆さん。国旗掲揚は日本ボーイスカウト大阪連盟所属のローバースカウトの皆さんにより行われます。
The national anthem will be sung by members of Osaka Sumiyoshi Boys and Girls Chorus. The national flag will be raised by Rover Scout members of the Osaka Council, the Scout Association of Japan.
L'hymne national sera interprété par les jeunes choristes du chœur mixte d'Osaka Sumiyoshi et la levée du drapeau national sera assurée par les Rover Scouts de la Fédération Scout de Osaka.
どうぞご着席ください。
Please be seated.
Vous pouvez à présent vous asseoir.
「続きまして公益社団法人2025年日本国際博覧会協会会長戸倉正和よりご挨拶申し上げます。
Next, Masakazu Tokura, Chairperson of the Japan Association for the 2025 World Exposition, will deliver his greetings.
Nous allons à présent entendre l'allocution de Monsieur Masakazu
Tokura Masakazu is the honorary chair of the Japan Business Federation and chairperson of the Japan Association for the 2025 World Exposition. He will speak next.
It is a great pleasure to hold the closing ceremony of the 2025 World Exposition today with the presence of their Imperial Highnesses, Crown Prince and Princess Akishino, after the completion of this 184-day event. The event would not have been so successful without the dedication of all parties concerned, including the members of participating countries, regions, and international organizations, exhibitors, and staff members, along with the support and cooperation of the many visitors. It is truly delightful to share the joy of the successful completion of the event with you all. And I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all those concerned. I believe it is truly significant that more than 160 countries, regions, and international organizations assembled here on Umeshima Island, working together to enliven Expo 2025 Osaka Kansai, which has reminded us of the unity in diversity amid the growing risk of division in the world. Throughout the 184-day period, the venue was full of happy people, enjoying this once-in-a-lifetime event from the bottom of their hearts. Here and there, they engaged in friendly conversation, recognizing the value of their own lives, the lives of all people in the world, and the lives of all living things. The visitors shared their experiences with others, inspiring more people to visit the venue. As a result, the number of visitors exceeded 28 million. As one of the organizers, I am delighted that the event has become everyone's Expo. Expo 2025 Osaka Kansai will close today. From this day forward, however, we shall pass on the valuable experiences and deep impressions we have gained at the Expo to future generations to realize its vision, designing future society for our lives. To conclude my greetings, I would like to express my sincere hope that each step of your efforts toward this goal will benefit your future. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
You are watching live coverage of the closing ceremony of Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan. Next up is a performance titled Musubi, featuring dancers who have performed around the world. The performance will depict a story in which vibrant lives come together and new futures are born for each of them. The performer is playing an original musical instrument made of recycled cathode ray tubes from all the television sets. The color blue represents the world of the future. The world turns to red and a Japanese drum performance has begun. Red is said to depict a primitive world. Blue and red, the two worlds are beginning to mix. The dancer in blue is Atsushi. He's a former member of the popular Japanese band Dragon Ash. He's now based in Paris. The person in red is Miyu, a dancer based in Tokyo and Los Angeles, who performs around the world. They depict how blue and red, the Expo's local colors, meet and the lives come together. The red and the blue lines overlap like a lattice, and the ground ring emerges on the screen. The 8 poles on the stage symbolize Inochi Park, located at the center of the Expo site. They spread the cloth like wings and begin to flap. The sky extends to outer space. It shows the vibrancy of various lives. And now comes a video program that looks back over the 184-day period. First, we have the ground ring. It was officially recognized as the largest wooden architectural structure in the world. Built at a cost of 35 billion yen, it embodies the concept unity in diversity. Now we come to the pavilions. The 8 signature pavilions illustrate life, the theme of the Expo. Pavilions set up by private companies and municipalities showcased cutting-edge medical care and robotic technologies. Now comes nature of the Expo. Umeshima was once a landfill. Trees were planted at the center of the venue and named the Forest of Tranquility. Although the temperature reached record highs in the summer, the organizers tried to keep things cool by offering mist sprays and fountain shows. We're now seeing the staff members of the Expo. Each day, more than 10,000 people worked at the site. Many volunteers also guided and helped the visitors, keeping the event running for 6 months. We now come to the events held at the site. Various cultures from inside and outside of Japan were showcased daily. National Days delivered the appeal and culture of the 158 participating nations and regions, and the special days were offered by 7 international organizations. The footage shows how various events unfolded. Lastly, we come to Expo at night. The site was lit up and featured aquatic performances, fireworks, drone shows, and more. That was a video program that expressed gratitude to everyone who took part.
続きまして、開催都市大阪府を代表いたしまして、大阪府知事吉村博文様よりご挨拶を賜ります。
We will now proceed to the next part of the program. On behalf of the host city, Hirofumi Yoshimura, Governor of Osaka Prefecture, will offer his greetings.
Nous poursuivons à présent avec l'intervention de M.
Osaka Governor Yoshimura Hirofumi has been committed to carrying on the Expo's legacy, showing strong determination to preserve the Grand Ring.
I'm Yoshimura, Governor of Osaka Prefecture. Today, in the presence of the Imperial Highnesses, Crown Prince and Crown Princess, we mark the closing of Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan. On behalf of the host location, Osaka, I would like to express my deepest gratitude. 28 million. This is the total number of visitors who have passed through the Expo gates up to this day. Over these 6 months, 28 million memories and encounters have been created at this Expo venue. The opening day that began with 10,000 people singing Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, the blue impulse soaring through the summer skies, the breathtaking sunset viewed from the Grand Ring, the many pavilions brimming with originality, the daily events we all took part in together. Each and every one of these is a precious memory we will never forget. On this closing day, allow me to express my gratitude. First, to each and every one of the 30,000 Expo volunteers who worked very hard every day through the hot summer days and rainy days, thank you. Your smiling faces and hospitality made this Expo possible. To the security personnel who kept the venue safe, to the medical workers who safeguarded the lives of visitors, thank you. We were able to conclude the Expo safely and without incident. To the school teachers who brought many children to the Expo, thank you. For the children, these have become memories they will treasure for the rest of their lives. To the domestic pavilions, event staff, and participants, thank you. Organizers of the Expo, thank you very much. We were able to share Japan's wonderful technology, traditions, and appeal with the world. To the staff of the official participants' pavilions, thank you. For these 6 months, the world came together as one. And to the 28 million visitors, the people of Osaka and the Kansai region, thank you. It was because of your support that we were able to see this Expo through to the end. And the people of the world, to all the people of Japan, thank you. As a person engaged in this Expo, I'm very much pleased to have this day. And someday, let's host a World Expo in Japan again. Thank you.
Next, greetings will be offered by Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba.
Nous avons maintenant l'honneur d'écouter l'allocution
Prime Minister
de
Ishiba Shigeru held meetings with many leaders of countries who visited Japan during the Expo for their national days. He engaged with them in what is known as Expo diplomacy.
Today, with the presence of the Imperial Highnesses Crown Prince and Crown Princess Akishino, I would like to extend our greetings on behalf of the Government of Japan as we hold the closing ceremony for Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan. Under the theme, Designing Future Society for Our Lives, Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan has, since its opening, welcomed over 25 million visitors from across Japan and countries around the world, achieving a successful run. We are able to hold this widely attended closing ceremony thanks to the efforts of over 160 countries, regions, and international organizations, fellow citizens, businesses and institutions, Osaka Prefecture and Osaka City, and many others. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for your support. Thank you. 6 months ago, at the opening ceremony, I stated, Japan will once again provide a stage for people around the world to engage in dialogue and exchange. From here, we will project the image of a new Japan to the world. Throughout the 184 days of the event, I believe that the Expo has become a place of wonderful, exciting encounters, embodying the message of unity in diversity as represented by the Grand Ring. Visitors fully enjoy the exhibits and events at the various pavilions, and numerous discussions were held on topics including the nature of life and future society. Distinctive culture from around the world and Japan was showcased, ranging from cuisine to traditional crafts. New technologies across diverse fields, such as AI, healthcare, mobility, and robotics, were put into practice at the Expo. I recall that prior to the opening, there were concerns regarding the state of preparation as well as the significance of the Expo. However, through the collective efforts of everyone participating in the Expo, we were able to overcome each challenge one by one. By valuing solidarity over division and tolerance over confrontation, we have succeeded in uniting minds, together creating an Expo that was a source of joy for many. It marked the dawn of a new Japan and contributed to regional revitalization. With heartfelt gratitude this morning, I have presented the Prime Minister's commendation to Myaku Myaku, whose unique and endearing presence played a big role in guiding the Expo to success. Myaku Myaku, thank you very much for the success of the Expo. And finally, I would like to express my gratitude and respect to all those involved, especially the Japan Association for the 2025 World Exposition, whose dedicated efforts up to this day have been instrumental to the success of Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan. This concludes my remarks. Thank you very much.
BIE 総会議長アラン・ベルジェ様よりご祝辞を賜ります。
Next is a congratulatory speech from Mr. Alain Berger, President of the BIE General Assembly.
Voici maintenant le discours de félicitations de Monsieur Alain Berger.
We now have Alain Berger. He is the president of the BIE, which oversees the expos.
Vos Altesses impériales, le prince héritier,
Your Imperial Highnesses, Crown Prince and Princess, dear Prime Minister, dear Commissioners General, ladies and gentlemen, as the Expo 2025 Osaka Kansai closes today, I'm honored to address you as President of the General Assembly of the Bureau International des Expositions on behalf of its 184 member states. After years of preparation and 6 months of exchanges, we now close a remarkable chapter together. Expo 2025 Osaka Kansai, the third World Expo held in Japan and the second in Osaka, represents an outstanding achievement. This resounding success is a result of Japan's vision, the dedication of the organizers, and the commitment of all participants. Under the theme Designing Future Society for Our Lives, Expo 2025 has invited the world to reflect on the future of humanity. Guided by a spirit of solidarity, innovation, and hope, it has highlighted the core priorities: health, the environment, human dignity, and shared progress. The pavilions and initiatives presented here on Umeshima Island have illustrated the creativity of nations. They have conveyed a message of optimism, one of societies capable of transforming themselves and of acting together. In a world confronted with global challenges, Expo 2025 Osaka Kansai has stood as a symbol of resilience. It has shown that collective intelligence and international cooperation are our greatest strengths in the face of uncertainty. I wish to express our deep gratitude to the government of Japan for this extraordinary occasion. Our heartfelt thanks also go to the organizers of Expo 2025 Osaka Kansai, the prefecture and city of Osaka, and the entire Kansai region, whose dedication and hospitality have allowed millions of visitors to have an unforgettable experience. Finally, I warmly thank all participating countries, international organizations, partners, technical teams, workers and volunteers, and of course, the millions of visitors. Your commitment brought this expo to life and inspired each of us. Expo 2025 opens a new chapter. It continues through the ideas, connections, and projects it has generated. Its legacy will live on through the memories, collaborations, and aspirations it has nurtured. This closing is not an end, but a launchpad for a future we will shape together, one that is more sustainable, fairer, and more united. As we look ahead to the next World Expo in 2030 in Riyadh, let us carry forward the spirit of Expo 2025 as a guide and a renewed commitment to cooperation, respect for life, and a better future. On behalf of the Bureau International des Expositions, please accept my sincere congratulations on this exemplary achievement. Thank you.
ここで BIE 事務局長ディミトリ・ケルケンツェス様、アラン・ベルジェ総会議長より2027年ベオグラード国際博覧会を代表しまして、2027年ベオグラード国際博覧会公社 CEO ダニロ・イェリニッチ様、2027年ベオグラード国際博覧会公社国際関係 BIE 調整担当顧問デュサン・ボロブキャニン様へ BIE 旗が手渡されます。
The official flag of BIE will be handed over to the representatives of Expo 2027 Belgrade. Mr. Danilo Jernic, CEO of Expo 2027 Belgrade, and Mr. Dusan Borovkinin, the company's advisor in charge of international relations and BIE, by Mr. Dimitri Kerkenses and Mr. Alain Berger, Secretary General and President of BIE, respectively.
À présent, va avoir lieu la remise officielle du drapeau du BIE. Celui-ci sera remis par M. Dimitri Kerkenses, secrétaire général du BIE, et M. Alain Berger, président de l'Assemblée générale.
Serbia is a European nation located in the Balkan Peninsula. In 2027, the capital Belgrade will host a specialized exposition under the theme Play for Humanity, Sport and Music for All.
Conseiller en charge des relations internationales et de la coordination avec le BIE.
Thank you very much. Please make your way off the stage.
Merci beaucoup. Veuillez reprendre place.
続きまして2027年国際園芸博覧会グリーンエクスポ2027を代表し、国際園芸博覧会担当大臣中野博正様、グリーンエクスポ協会会長日本経済団体連合会会長筒井義信様、グリーンエクスポ協会副会長横浜市長山中竹春様へ BIE 旗が手渡されます。
Next, the BIE flag will be handed over to the representatives of Yokohama, the host city of the International Horticultural Expo 2027 Yokohama, Japan. Mr. Hiromasa Nakano, the minister in charge of the International Horticultural Expo 2027 Yokohama, and Mr. Toshinobu Tsutsui, Chairperson of the Japan Association for the International Horticultural Expo 2027 Yokohama, and Chairman of Keidanren, or the Japan Business Federation, and to Mr. Takeharu Yamanaka, Deputy Chairperson of the Association and Mayor of Yokohama City.
Le drapeau du BIE sera ensuite remis aux représentants de la ville de Yokohama.
The International Horticultural Expo 2027 will be held in Yokohama City, Japan for 6 months, starting in March of that year.
Ministre chargé de l'exposition internationale horticole 2027, Monsieur Yoshinobu Tsutsui, président de l'Association japonaise pour l'exposition internationale horticole 2027, et Fédération des organisations économiques japonaises, ainsi que M. Takeharu Yamanaka, vice-président de l'Association de l'exposition internationale horticole 2027, ainsi que maire de Yokohama.
The aim is to promote coexistence with nature through interactions with flowers and greenery. The venue will be located on land returned by the U.S. Armed Forces.
Thank you very much. Please make your way off the stage.
Merci beaucoup. Veuillez reprendre place.
ここで2025年日本国際博覧会名誉総裁秋篠宮皇嗣殿下よりお言葉を賜ります。
I would now like to ask His Imperial Highness Crown Prince Akishino, Honorary President of the 2025 World Exposition, to speak to us.
Nous aurons à présent l'honneur d'entendre les paroles de Son Altesse impériale, le prince héritier Akishino, président d'honneur de l'Exposition universelle 2025.
The Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan is closing here today after being held for a duration of 184 days. It gives me great pleasure that the Expo, held under the theme of Designing Future Society for Our Lives, has been able to reach this closing day, bustling with visitors without incident, owing to the enthusiastic cooperation of those involved, including many countries, regions, and international organizations from around the world. I express my deep respect to all those involved for their contribution to the Expo. I believe that it is of profound significance that the Expo has offered opportunities that have brought together large numbers of people here on Yumeshima to forge links and deeper mutual understanding, and to ponder together solutions to the common issues that confront humanity. I hope that the world will continue designing future society for our lives. In closing my address, it is my sincere wish that the wonderful experiences of the Expo will be shared and passed on across the generations.
Next, we have the Expo World Journey, a story of life traveling the world. The performance was inspired by the stamp rally, where people enjoyed collecting stamps at various pavilions. Pavilions around the Expo site offered stamps that delighted many visitors. Some felt it was like traveling around the world and getting their passports stamped. see stamps from around the world on the screen. It is a reminder that countries and regions from all corners of the world indeed assembled here at Yumeshima. The Earth has appeared from among the stamps. The red and blue shapes are coming together to create the Earth. It shows that the smallest element of the Earth is not countries, but each and every life. You're watching live coverage of the closing ceremony of Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan.
続きまして、内閣府特命担当大臣、国際博覧会担当、伊藤義孝様より大阪・関西万博宣言です。
Next, the outcome declaration of Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan will be released by Mr. Yoshitaka Ito, Minister of State for Special Missions in charge of international expositions.
Nous allons maintenant écouter la déclaration officielle de clôture.
The Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan Declaration was compiled with the hope that the significance and achievements of this Expo will live on in the future.
Expositions internationales au cabinet du Premier ministre.
Marking the closing of this expo, I would like to announce that this morning, in a forum attended by official participants and domestic stakeholders, we released the Expo 2025 Osaka Kansai Declaration. The declaration makes the point that participants and visitors engaged in dialogue and co-creation and saw their culture resonate with each other, united in diversity, in bringing forth their messages towards the future society for our lives. We hope that these discussions and practices continue. I submitted the declaration to the United Nations and the Bureau International des Expositions during the forum for the Expo 2025 Osaka Kansai Declaration held this morning. It is my sincere hope that this declaration will serve as a guiding light for the next generation of youth and children who will together envision and create the future.
続いて、戸倉会長、武藤洋二経済産業大臣、伊藤大臣より、ケルケンツェス事務局長、ベルジェ総会議長へ BIE 旗が返還され、2030年サウジアラビア王国で開催されますリヤド国際博覧会を代表し、サウジアラビア王国国務大臣兼リヤド市王立委員会 CEO イブラヒム・アルスルタン様へ手渡されます。
The flag will be returned to BIE Secretary General Kerkenses and President Berger by Chairman Tokura, Mr. Yoji Muto, Minister of Economy, Trade and Industry, and Minister Ito. Now, the flag will be handed over to His Excellency Engineer Ibrahim Al-Sultan, KSA Minister of State and CEO of the Royal Commission for Riyadh City, representing the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which will host Expo 2030 Riyadh.
Le drapeau sera à présent restitué au BIE par M. Masakazu Tokura, président de l'Association japonaise de l'exposition 2025, ainsi que par M. Yoji Muto, ministre de l'économie, du commerce et de l'industrie, et par M. Yoshitaka Ito, ministre chargé des expositions internationales. Celui-ci sera ensuite remis à son Excellence l'ingénieur Ibrahim Ben Mohamed Al-Sultan, ministre d'État du Royaume de l'Arabie Saoudite et membre du Conseil des ministres et président de la Commission royale de la ville de Riyad, représentant la prochaine exposition universelle en 2030.
Now, the BIE flag will be lowered.
Nous allons maintenant assister à la descente du drapeau officiel du Bureau international des expositions.
The BIE flag has been lowered. It will be handed over to the host of the next Expo site. Saudi Arabia will host a World Expo in 2030. Amid the global trend toward decarbonization, the oil-producing country is focusing on tourism and advanced technology as industries other than crude oil and hopes to turn the Expo as a platform to promote those efforts. The planned site will be 4 times as big as the Expo in Osaka, making it a large-scale expo. The BIE flag has now been handed over. What kind of new experience awaits us at the exposition to be held in 5 years' time?
Thank you very much. Please make your way off the stage.
Merci beaucoup. Veuillez reprendre place.
A video will now introduce the exposition to be held in Saudi Arabia in 2030.
Close to ignition and liftoff.
Your Majesty, you have ambitious plans for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Our visionaries looked ahead and imagined what could be. A promise of unity. A future of prosperity. Treasures were discovered, true, but beyond them, a deeper will. A will to transform. We brought light to the land, built cities that proudly stand. We planted the seed early for futures once thought impossible. Vision 2030 lit our skies, a beacon of progress in our eyes. Of an unprecedented expo, we dreamed.
نهدف إلى استضافة معرض إكسبو 2030 في الرياض، تقديم نسخة استثنائية غير مسبوقة في تاريخ هذا المعرض.
And when we stepped forward, the world believed.
Saudi Arabia's capital will host the 2030 World Expo.
As we accept this honor, we take on a promise to carry forward the light and shape tomorrow. With every thinker, every maker, every visionary, every dreamer. Because what shines this bright belongs to all. We're not just making history. We're shaping the next century of human foresight. Expo 2030 Riyadh. Foresight for tomorrow.
The video that just played showed the expo that will be held in 5 years' time. And now it is time for the finale, titled Start for the Futures, to each of our futures. Four people who experienced the expo will read aloud their thoughts for their futures.
Futures. What a sight it is to see pavilions from all over the world in one place. And having the grand ring, which symbolizes Wa, encompassing countries and regions of different religions and beliefs, some even in conflict with each other, made me feel I should not give up hoping for peace. The excitement that lingers on in my mind is a special feeling I have after visiting the venue, something social media or smartphones cannot provide. Sakurai Sho.
Future. Even 1 year and 10 months after the Noto Peninsula earthquake, reconstruction is still underway. Yet, at the Expo, I was very happy to see visitors admiring the large Wajima lacquerware globe called Earth at Night. I will treasure the experience as I endeavor to create the future with my friends in Noto. Representing Wajima High School, Shokaku Kotone.
Protecting lives. If we fail, there will be no future. It's so simple and very ordinary. But we live in a time when we cannot help but feel anxious. We should begin by talking and getting to know each other, learn about our differences, what we have in common. I believe humans came to have words to have love. So I want to keep the dialogue going. To live is to have a dialogue. That is my belief. Kawase Naomi.
Future. The theme of Expo Osaka Kansai was designing future society for our lives. However, it was not just a place to present ultra-modern technology and science. People also sang, danced, and laughed together. And in those moments, no barriers such as race or national borders existed. It convinced me of the possibilities of our future society. As a member of the team who is responsible for creating the future, I want to pass on these insights to the next generation. Udo Yumiko.
Our future doesn't have to be the same for everyone.
We have many possible futures.
It's okay. We won't be separated from each other.
Because we are connected within one ring.
Let's go to each of our futures.
Now we will see a dance performance. A water-like image is projected on the center of the stage. Dancers are coming forward. They are supposed to represent the gathering of hopes and dreams for the future that came out of the Expo. Something is descending. It's a tree. We saw many shows with a motif like this at the venue over the last 6 months. It's a symbol of lighting the future. The entire cast is gathering on the stage. They're holding the Expo's Inochi flags and raising them to each future.
続きまして公益社団法人2025年日本国際博覧会協会事務総長石毛博之より閉式の辞を申し上げます。
Next, the closing address will be offered by Hiroyuki Ishige, Secretary General of the Japan Association for the 2025 World Exposition.
Nous écouterons à présent le discours de clôture prononcé par M. Hiroyuki Ishige, secrétaire général de l'Association japonaise pour l'exposition universelle 2025.
Since the opening on the 13th April, it has been a delight to see so many people experiencing the exhibits and shows, marveling at, learning about, and reflecting on the themes of life, the world, and the future. I am also grateful that the past 184 days passed without any major incidents. Osaka was selected as the host city back in November 2018. When I look back on these past 7 years, I feel deeply moved. Amid the growing risk of division that the world is facing, I believe that this Expo has truly spread its message of unity in diversity as represented by the Grand Ring. With my deepest gratitude to everyone involved for their generous support and cooperation, I would like to conclude the closing ceremony of Expo 2025, Osaka, Kansai, Japan. Thank you very much.
From now, Their Imperial Highnesses, Crown Prince and Crown Princess Akishino, will leave the venue.
Leurs Altesses impériales, le prince héritier et la princesse Akishino vont à présent quitter la salle.
This concludes the closing ceremony of Expo 2025, Osaka, Kansai, Japan. Under the theme, Designing Future Society for Our Lives, 158 countries and regions and 7 international organizations took part in the Expo. The 6-month event will come to a close at 10 p.m. tonight. A 200-meter portion in the Grand Ring's northeast will be preserved, while the rest will be dismantled. Part of the timber will go to Suzu City in Ishikawa Prefecture. It will be used to build, among other things, public housing for those who were affected by the Noto Peninsula earthquake.
It has been my pleasure to serve as your host. My name
After the Expo closes, the site will be developed by private companies. In the adjacent area, construction has already begun for an integrated resort facility with a casino that is slated to open in 2030.
Depending on your seating block, you may need to wait a short while for your turn.
The Expo's message has been to create a future that is sustainable and full of hope. Is it possible to connect new technologies and ideas to the future in order to solve common problems facing humanity? A question that will test us even after this ceremony. This wraps up our coverage of the closing ceremony of Expo 2025, Osaka, Kansai, Japan.